could have danced all night, could have danced all night, oh, and still have danced some more. Well, I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I don't know what made it so exciting.
You don't like it. You call that again.
My heart could collide. I only know where she began to dance with me. I could have danced. Thank you very much.
When my wife died, she died in 2009, and then I decided I had a lot of time free, and then I decided that I would do something creative. I wanted to do something creative, so I decided to just make pictures. So, for example, this one, this is all made of different pieces of pictures of textile. So this one here looks like the Chrysler Building. Do you know in New York, the Chrysler Building? It looks like the Chrysler Building, but actually it's a glove.
Oh.
It's a lady's glove. And so I always make something look like something else. So for example, this is trousers. It's not sky.
Oh.
It's cut from trousers. So I always I convert something into something else.
I only know when she began to dance with me. I could have danced all night.
And these are pictures of places near here. So this is, for example, this one is Beachy Head. That's the lighthouse and the white cliffs. And in that one I tried to make it all blue. This one, the waves here, the waves are made from a hat, a lady's hat.
Hat.
Yeah, it's a lady's hat with very strong folds in it, and then it looks like a hat. It looks like the sea. You can see.
And here, very nice green colour on this picture.
Yes, that's a copy of a painting by a man called Ravilius. And Ravilius was a painter in the 1930s. And he started a picture, but he didn't finish it. And he made this shape. And then he wrote on the picture the colours he wanted. And I have completed the picture for him.
Graham White uses collage to create real and imagined landscapes, portraits, abstracts, fantasy maps, urban scenes, still lifes and seascapes. These colourful and challenging artworks are made from photos, adverts and text in yesterday's Guardian and Observer magazines, the ultimate in recycling.
This is an abstract. This is the favourite of everybody who comes to the exhibition. They like this one the best. It's just made of little squares of colour, but I thought it was a little bit boring. It was just squares, so I decided to make the squares smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller at the middle. so it gives you a feeling
Like you
of
saw
perspective
yourself,
as you go down.
Yeah, to focus in the center.
Yeah. And I call it festival because I think when you look at it, it's like standing at the back of a concert and looking over the heads of the audience to the stage here in the middle. It's my fantasy.
Each collage has its own caption telling what inspired the artwork and giving away some of the secrets of the artistic process. Graham first exhibited a selection of his collages at his home in Hove, Sussex as part of the Brighton Artist Open House Festival in 2010. He exhibited again in December 2010 and May 2011. He was also chosen to exhibit 3 collages of Sussex landscapes at the Sussex Downlanders exhibition in Worthing in June 2011.
Yes, that's at the top of the road. If you turn out of my house and walk to the end of the road, you will see this building. It's a pub, and it's not very interesting. But I think sometimes you see the buildings in your own area, you see them every day, but you don't notice them, you don't look at them. But I think it's a very nice building, and I wanted to do it. These are elm trees, which are very unusual in England. Everything that you see is paper. It's all, sometimes I cut it, these are cut pieces of paper, and then these are torn pieces of paper. This is all cut, and this is torn, and this is torn, and that's torn. So I tear it, and I cut it. I love Berlin. It's my favourite place. And this is in the middle of the Tiergarten, near the centre of Berlin, and that's the Victory column. This is like an underground map. You know the underground in London?
Yeah.
And I put here a small piece of the underground map, and then I extended it like completely mad. So it's crazy. But English people like that because it looks like, and here is the River Thames.
Oh, yeah, it's a taste.
Yeah. And this is, he's a writer I like. This guy is called Nicholson Baker. He's an American writer. But I think really it's a self-portrait, don't you? Mm-hmm. It's possibly me. That's irises. And here you have the contrast of red and green. It's a traditional contrast, and also blue and yellow. Mm-hmm. It's poppies, and I wanted to have the idea of very, very bright colours. So it's the inside of a church, but I haven't finished it yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put little people here looking at the windows, little people here looking at the window, and little people here looking at the window. Yes, I had an exhibition in May 2010 in Brighton. We open our house, and then anybody can come in and have a look. And also we sell tea and coffee and cakes, and then the people give money, and then I give that money to charity. My wife died in a hospital in Brighton in 2009, and so I give the money to that hospital if I make some money from that.
What did you think I would do at this moment when you stand before me with tears?
Graham has had a long career running English language schools for overseas students. Despite a lifelong interest in art, he has only recently started to produce his own work, finding the technique of collage liberating and stimulating. He loves the South Downs and tries to capture the dramatic and stark beauty of this local landscape in his collages. Artistic influences to be found in his work include English artists as diverse as Eric Ravelis, Gilbert and George, Bridget Riley and John Piper. Elements of the works of Matisse and Picasso have also been an inspiration. The writer Anthony Powell, author of the novel series A Dance to the Music of Time, created enormous collage works on freestanding screens and even decorated his boiler room with modernistic collage. Graham lives in Hove with his two grown-up sons, Alex and Thomas. His wife Anne died in 2009, and it was then that he started creating his own art. His website, www.grahamwhitecollages.com, includes all his work and comments on each image.